Hey, what's going on everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com back again with another cryptocurrency video. Today we're going to be looking at the best cryptocurrencies out there, a bit of a top 10. Of course, we're mostly going to be looking at altcoins here, and I'm pretty much just going to go from the biggest here in terms of market cap size down to some small hidden gem type altcoins that you can take a look at and that I think are really good. So we're going to jump into this right now. I just want to say I won't have time in this video to go into in-depth analysis. So if you want to see my more advanced opinions on some of these cryptos, check out my Crypto 2020 Price Predictions playlist. I'll leave a link to this in the description of this video, and this will show you my more in-depth thoughts on many of the cryptos that I'll be talking about in this video. So let's just jump into the overview here. Now, first off, gotta mention it, Ethereum. This is obviously a very basic pick, but I did have to mention it because it is very underrated in my opinion, right? It is the foundation and an initial platform for many of the other altcoins out there, and it's been so undervalued since, pretty much the end of 2018. Now, this is like getting Ethereum back before the 2017 bull run, pretty much. So, huge opportunity. You're getting a, brand name AAA coin here, and I think it's obviously going to return to all-time highs, even beyond. I think we're looking at a 1,000% increase here, at least in the coming years for Ethereum, in the next 1 to 3 years. So I think it's a great opportunity right now, and this is a coin that institutions are already loading up on, like Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, yes, it's already at a pretty fair valuation right now. I do think, of course, Bitcoin is going to go higher, but Ethereum is being forgotten, left behind. The smart people are loading up, the institutions are loading up, but many retail investors are forgetting and maybe rushing towards other altcoins when you have the main altcoin right here, Ethereum, that's at a great valuation and that can provide great returns in the future. So Ethereum gets a big thumbs up from me. Next up, in sort of a similar light, but a little bit more risk involved, is Cardano. Now, why do I like Cardano? Well, first off, Cardano has been hit super hard, right? It was a crypto that had a lot of hype back in 2018. Peaked at around $1 and pretty much fell ever since. Very flat for a long time, not doing much. Just now we saw a recent spike in volume and the price starting to kick back up, right? We went from 3 cents all the way up back to 8 cents. Cardano is actually one of my biggest holdings right now. And why do I like Cardano so much? This is more based on the fundamentals behind Cardano. Of course, the valuation is very nice right now. Getting a crypto that was once, one of the biggest and was at $1, right? You're getting it at literally less than 10 cents. So you have a 1,000% increase there potential at least, right? It wasn't even that high in terms of market cap. If we go and take a look at the market cap here, you're going to see that the all-time high market cap was at 30 billion. So could move higher on the next bull run or just revisit that level. Regardless, that would be a 1,000% plus increase from where it is now. And if we look at the project very briefly, right, what you have to know about Cardano is it's a team of very smart people working on building pretty much the best cryptocurrency out there. They've been taking their time. That's why, it took so long to see some action in Cardano. They now have staking coming with their new Shelly launch, and it's going to be big. I think it's going to rival Ethereum in a lot of ways. I still think Ethereum is going to edge it out on certain aspects, but just that those advances alone are going to push Cardano back to $1 in my opinion. So once again, you're getting a coin that's already pretty established here and with a lot of future potential. It's nice to not need to get into a complete new altcoin that has a lot of risk. With something like Cardano, you get that potential with much less of the risk, but a lot of future hope there. So next up, ChainLink. Gotta mention it as well. I know this one is already popular, but ChainLink is one of the steadiest cryptos out there due to its utility. Now, as you can see, right, this is a crypto that's been kind of slowly but steadily. It's had its ups and downs, as you can see, but it's been moving higher, right? Even in some bearish times, this was one of the coins that was actually increasing in price. Look at over here, right? If you look at the past hour, 24 hours, 7 days, 14 days, 30 days, and 1 year, It's up on all indications. So that is a great sign. That's why I like ChainLink so much. Unfortunately, I don't even hold that much ChainLink, which is a shame. I really missed out a lot on this altcoin. I will probably be loading up on the coming months here, especially if we see any type of drop. It's had huge partnerships with other cryptocurrencies and big companies like Google. It's also been working with countries. So this is a crypto that has already proven itself, and it's reflected on the price. Pretty much simple as that, right? Probably one of the best cryptos out there, all things considered, due to the consistency it's shown, right? This is something that is pretty rare in the crypto market, that you see a steady increase like that, even in more bearish times. And I don't think this is going to stop anytime soon. I think the pattern is here to stay, and it's going to increase. So we're at less than a $2 billion market cap right now. That is extremely cheap, right? In comparison here, look at some of the other coins. That 4 billion market cap, 8 billion market cap, that is somewhere where ChainLink, some might say should already be. And why not be a $20 billion cryptocurrency, $30, $40 billion cryptocurrency in the future? It seems absolutely possible, in my opinion. Still very cheap here as far as the valuation is concerned. And once again, one of the best altcoins out there, in my opinion. Now, next up, we're entering some of these smaller altcoins here. Some of them bit hidden gems. Now, one of them being DigiByte. I've done a whole in-depth review on this, so make sure to check that out in the Crypto 2020 price prediction playlist here. But why do I like DigiByte? It is one of the cryptos that really has sort of everything going for it, right? It's a grassroots crypto. It didn't reinvent the wheel in a lot of ways. It just improved on many things that other cryptos were failing on, right? It's faster, more secure, and more forward thinking. That's how they describe themselves, and I think that's a good way of looking at things. Working with decentralized applications, smart contracts. You can look at it more in depth, but it is very fast, right? Actually, 40 times faster than Bitcoin and 10 times faster than Litecoin. Truly decentralized. Never been funded through an ICO or significant amount of pre-mined coins. No CEO or company controlling the DigiByte blockchain. It's a full volunteer-based global community. Pretty much ticks every box for what a cryptocurrency is supposed to be. And that's something that, unfortunately, is not that easy to find, which is surprising considering what cryptos should be. But DigiByte does fill that role very well. Still at a very cheap here, less than 2 cents. $261 million market cap. This could easily be a $1 to $2 billion coin in the near future. Next up, we got Theta Network. This is one that had a lot of hype just a few weeks ago, has now pulled back a bit from that hype, as you can see here, which is nice, right? That means you're not getting in at this absolute peak here while everybody was rushing in. You can get back at a support level around 30 cents here, a more reasonable price point in between 20 to 30 cents where we have a lot of support. And this is actually a very interesting project, in my opinion. Hasn't been talked about much since that recent hype a few weeks ago, but fundamentally, it remains untouched, right? So what Theta Network is, it's next generation video delivery powered by you, right? It is working on competing with streaming platforms like Twitch or YouTube. It actually partnered with Samsung, going to be installed in every Samsung phone, I believe, if that's true, in the future. So it's a pretty big deal, right? I looked at the Theta.tv platform where there's video game streaming and the like, and it's a very functional platform. So that's something that you don't always see with some of these crypto launches, but Theta.tv is fully functional. So you can check it out for yourself. Theta Network and TFUEL are the tokens behind it. And, that's something that's obviously great to see as a functioning platform and network here right off the bat there. So next up, we have 0x. 0x is one of the cryptos that's recently been benefiting from all the decentralized finance hype going on and interest. Now, even though it hasn't increased all that much, it pretty much has put in a floor. And what I mean by that is it's going to be very unlikely for 0x to move, below, I think, even 30 cents here, right? At the very worst, maybe a drop down to 20 cents. I don't even think that's going to happen. I think 0x is most likely going to stay, above 30 cents. And really here, as long as it's above 20 cents, this is a crypto that should have a slow but steady move back to its all-time highs. Previously, around $2. Could very well move higher because that all-time high left it at around a $1 billion market cap, which is still pretty small, right? So a lot of things going for it. Once again, a lot of institutional backing. I believe it's backed by Coinbase Ventures. So when I say institutional backing for a lot of these cryptos, it means that big venture capital firms like Coinbase Ventures, Fenbushi Capital, Pantera Capital are backing the cryptos and have invested a pretty significant amount of money in it. And 0x is one of them, has the history behind it to prove it, and obviously is really going to benefit from the recent interest in decentralized finance. Next up is Zilliqa. Zilliqa has increased a lot. Maybe in the shorter term here, we're going to see things slow down. It obviously got very hyped up and saw a huge increase here in a short amount of time, but still very fair market cap valuation for what it might bring in the future, working on sort of that utility aspect of things, and of course, working on increasing the scalability of a lot of these other blockchains, right? Specifically Ethereum, they're claiming that they could increase the scalability of that by over 1,000%. So very, very big there for many blockchains that need that extra scalability, something that many struggle with. Next up, we got Kyber Network. Kyber Network is an altcoin that is also in the decentralized finance, very similar to 0x in a lot of ways, somewhat better than 0x in my opinion in terms of valuation and recent price history. As you can see, it's been slowly increasing from 15 cents here in the last couple months and has now peaked out at around $8. So it does have a 1,000% price increase already baked in there, but all-time high was all the way back at around almost $6. So we could still have a 500-600% price increase. That all-time high was around $750 billion, so relatively small. And you can take a look at the project. It is probably one of the best altcoins out there right now. A very strong network, also has that very strong institutional backing behind it. So I think those two things are really going to push it forward a lot in the future. I expect it to return back to its all-time highs. Now let's look at moving forward in some even smaller altcoins here. We got Enjin Coin, which I really like. Now, taking a look at Enjin Coin, this is one of the altcoins that is working on the gaming side of things. And the reason why I mention that so specifically is because gaming is a huge industry in recent years. And why are cryptos not targeting that more? Well, that's what Enjin is doing, and that is being reflected on the price, right? It dipped around 5 cents, now all the way back to 15 cents. Had a few ups and downs in recent times, but I think this one is really going to get moving here, going to move back to all-time highs and much beyond that. Its all-time highs was still at a very small market cap of $300 million, and it's currently at half that. So I think we're going to return to the 300 million, and I think we're really going to make a move to 1 billion here in the next 2 years for Enjin. It is a platform built to monetize, design, and grow next-generation multiplayer games. With everything going on in mobile and everything like that, I think this one is really going to see some success here. So one to keep an eye on, and I think worth the risk, all things considered. I like it very much as an altcoin, that is working on that specific niche there. Next up, we got Ren. Ren is a altcoin that is working on, once again, decentralized finance for one, but even more specifically, it's working on sort of dark pools, or at least the dark pool equivalent for altcoins and cryptos. Those are known as dark nodes for the Ren project, and you'll see in just a second here what it's all about. I should also mention Ren is one of my biggest altcoin holdings. I really do like it, and I entered it mostly around 10 cents. It's now at a little over that, right? It's at 15 cents, and it's at new fresh all-time highs. I think it's going to move higher from here. It's still at a very small market cap of around 142 million. I think this one could move to 500 million very easily, and then after that move into that $1 billion range. It is a pretty specific cryptocurrency. It isn't here to reinvent the entire crypto game, but really working on a specific market that needs to be filled, right? 100 faster times than atomic swaps. It's secure for large volume trades, which is pretty much its biggest use case, in my opinion, is going to be the whole dark pool side of things. And That's pretty much why I like it so much, right? Is you can read the dark node docs right there. Now, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. This pretty much completes my video of the best cryptos out there, the best altcoins. There's many other great altcoins out there. Those are just some that I think are going to see a lot of success here in the next few months, next 1 to 3 years, and a lot of those at some very cheap valuation levels. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe as well to stay updated with more fresh new videos. Make sure to follow me on Twitter for live crypto market updates, and also check out my technical analysis master course, less than $20, and you'll learn everything you need to know about technical analysis. I'll also leave a link to that in the description of this video, and of course I'll also leave a link to my crypto 2020 and beyond price predictions for many altcoins that I've talked about in this video and others. So make sure to check that out if you're interested in seeing some more in-depth thoughts on many of these coins. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Stay safe and have a nice day. Thanks for watching.